spreadsheets for our ordering process. I basically just have lists of all of our products, all the flavors, all the cups, spoons, straws, umbrellas, everything has to do with Bahama Bucks, like extra pumps, things like that. And I have a just spreadsheet set out. It's actually right here. Some of them. And I go through each of them and see where we're at, and then I have a cross-reference list that I go off of. So like birthday cake is our #1 flavor, and I just get those numbers based on our previous year's numbers, and there's certain months of the year. And so I have our list of our top 15 flavors, and those ones I like to have like maybe 2 gallons of concentrate of at all times, just in case. And then so I just cross-reference my lists from there to see like which number I want to get to for those, and basically go from there. Just go one by one and like look through what we're low on, what we're low on, what we're gonna need to have a backup of, and then which flavors we're gonna need like double or triple backups of to get us through the next like 2 or 3 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah, so we get supplies in from Ben & Keith, which is like our sugar, our whipped cream, things like that, our ice cream, stuff like that. We get that twice a week from Bluebell and from Ben & Keith is our distributor right now. And then our corporate order is once every 1 or 2 weeks. So we have Bluebell, Ben & Keith, and then it's called Trade Winds. It's the Bahama Bucks corporate distributor. And then there's like little ones, like for like small things that I only order like one thing from them. So I'd say like the total number is like closer to like 20, but our main 3 are just gonna be Bluebell, Ben & Keith, and Trade Winds. So we've never run out of ice. We make our own ice in the store, and it's basically just like a timing game on how to make sure that happens. And we've never run out. There have been stores that do run out. If we run out of ice, we have to close. So that's a big thing to try to avoid.
A huge cost.
Yeah. So we have the first year we were open, we noticed that there was going to be a problem with that. We were going to run out. This is the #1 Bahama Bucks in the nation, and so we go through a lot of volume. And we're the first store that got the machines we used to make the ice. We were the first person to get a 3rd one put in because we noticed there was going to be an issue with that. So we have now upped our ability to make more ice in a short amount of time. So, okay. But if we ran out, we'd have to close for sure. So I go off of our previous year's numbers in terms. I have we have data on all of our. We use Rebel as our software, and I have data for all of the flavors we use the most. And then also just being, I've been the general manager for 2 years now, and so I know which flavors we use the most now, and so it's just going to be, the same. It's pretty across the board of all Bahama Bucks, the same like 5 top flavors. So it's pretty set in stone like what people are going to order. And then promotional flavors, I always order up on because they're going to be a signage. So like right now it's like chocolate is our like promoted flavor, and so I have extra chocolate because people are going to actually see that separate from the menu, like in a picture form. In 2 weeks we're going to have a Warhead flavor. I've already ordered back up Warhead because I know people are going to see Warhead. It's brand new. People are going to order that more. So.
Do you know the top 5
Yeah,
flavors?
So it's going to be birthday cake, cherry, blue coconut, white coconut, and wedding cake. Yeah, so we go through, on a busy day, we'll go through close to 200 blocks in a day, and those are just the blocks you see on the shavers that are spinning. We go through about 200 of those a day. We have a freezer up here. We'll fill it like 4 or 5 times on a busy day.
How long does it take to make like a block of ice? Or?
It takes 12 to 18 hours.
Okay. So you have to really start in advance.
Yes. Yeah. So we order it in gallons, and then for the concentrates, and then we make our own flavors, like here. And so we go through, I would say on a typical busy day, we'll go through close to 100 gallons of flavor. So if I order, it's like for us, we have the longest lead time except for like the California stores, because College Station's all by itself. Mm-hmm. So like Houston gets it next day, we'll get it 2 or 3 days. So we have a long lead time. For like Ben & Keith, Our sugar, that's 1 day lead time, and then Bluebell is a 1 day lead time for that. I think it's just for me making sure that I'm very organized with it. So I would love to have some sort of like to create a computer,
A software.
a software for me instead of my very like Sharpied on here spreadsheets that I've made. But it works for now, and it works for like the one store we have now. We will be opening more stores, and I think at that point it'll be more of a challenge in terms of making sure things are happening. And that being said too, if I'm not here, if I miss something, then it's like last week I missed an order. I meant to do it like 2 days before, and I just miscalculated, and we ran out of like 6 flavors. And so just making sure it's on top of it, and it's a very much a human error type thing. So
when you do go through every however often, how long would you say it takes you to go?
I would say if I'm doing it like to make sure I'm really not forgetting anything, it takes about 3 hours because we also have a storage unit, and I go check off everything there too. So it takes quite a bit of time to go through everything.